Okay, here's Maysville. 3, Coleman Lloyd. Hey, good evening, everybody. Welcome, South 60 Films, your leader in MVL basketball. Tonight, we've got a great game coming up on tap. It is the Maysville Panthers, and they are taking on these homebound West Muskingum Tornadoes. Ted Snyder, Howard Twiggs, Matt Mahoko, Marcus McPeak, all glad to be a part of your broadcast evening. I tell you what, Ted, this is going to be a really good game, especially Maysville probably feels confident because of the big victory there. Yep. These Tornadoes can play.
They sure can. Maysville just 2 league losses on the year. One to John Glenn, one to Tri-Valley, both the big school leaders, but they have yet to lose in the small school division, so West Muskingum is going to try to change that tonight. The first meeting back on January the 10th was an 86-63 win for the Maysville Panthers over in Southtown, but I really believe that in the past 3 weeks, this West Muskingum Tornadoes team's really evolved and they've become almost a different team. They're improving each and every night out.
Well, we do have to make a note that we just learned Reed Lemony for the Tornadoes, one of their really key players, the senior, is not dressed. You happen to notice that, Ted. What's the story there?
I just heard he has a groin issue and he's going to sit this one out tonight. We don't know any details other than that, but they're certainly going to miss him. The Tornadoes are one of the deeper teams in our area. They got a lot of depth to rely on coming off the bench. Freshman Noah Morrison's going to step in the lineup tonight for Lemony, but they are definitely going to miss Lemody's three-point shooting and his perimeter defensive ability. For
the Tornadoes, Ted, very difficult loss Tuesday night against an outstanding Tri-Valley team on the road, 59-56. How hard is it to come back after such a disappointing loss, to come and rebound and then play an outstanding team in Maysville?
You just got to put that one behind you and move on to the next game, and I'm sure that's what Coach Jackson Kelsheimer has told his kids tonight. And you know, that was a very close game in Dresden. You just mentioned 59-56. That's kind of a benchmark to show you exactly how far West Muskingum has came this season, because the same Scotties defeated these Maysville Panthers by around 15 points. So if you like common opponents, if you like to read into that, there's something for you.
For Maysville, Ted, this team, as I look at them, they're dominating on both ends of the floor, offensively and defensively. They have great depth. They shoot the ball, they shoot the lights out, and they have wonderful pace to their game. How complete of a team is Maysville?
As complete as it gets, in my opinion, considering they don't have a single senior on the roster, which is completely mind-blowing. But the questions everybody had coming into the season was how would Maysville replace the scoring of Alex Bobb? 25 points a game Bob scored a year ago. Well, Gator Nichols stepped up in his absence. He's averaging over 26 per game, shooting 86% from the line. He's just a junior, but he's really picked up the scoring tab that Alex Bobb left behind, and this Maysville Panthers team, coming off a state runner-up season a year ago, are trying to get back to that point again.
How do you defend Nichols?
Well, I don't think you can automatically commit an extra defender because they're such a good shooting team, as you mentioned. All 5 guys on the floor at any time are going to be able to shoot the 3-ball for Maysville, and they don't hesitate. They're going to take an open shot. And Gator Nichols also leads this team in assists, over 4 per ball game. So he sees extra attention. He's going to get rid of the basketball and find an open teammate.
For West Muskingum, Ted, back to the Tornadoes, do they want to run with Maysville?
That's what I was thinking. Both these teams prefer to play fast and physical, and they've done that all season long. Rebounding, I believe, is going to be key in this game. Both these teams, outstanding rebounding teams. They do it collectively. They do it by committee. But Jordan Watson on the Maysville side, averaging 7.3 rebounds a game, the 6'3 junior. And Carter Smith on the other side for West Muskingum, 6.5 a game. I think that's the matchup to watch down low.
Coach Dave Brown and the Maysville Panthers, 13-2 overall. As Ted mentioned, their only losses to outstanding John Glenn team, excellent Tri-Valley team. 13-2 overall, 10-2 in the MVL play, 5-1 away. Offensively for the Panthers, 72.5 points per game. Defensively, just 49 points per game. Rebounds, they average 27.5, and they only turn the ball over 9.5 times a game, Ted.
I think that's the statistic that stands out to me. 9.6 turnovers a game is outstanding at the high school level. When you think back to 2016 when the John Glenn Muskies won a state title, they averaged a little over 10 turnovers a game. So that puts that number into perspective for you.
For Coach Jackson Kelsheimer in his first year at West Muskingum and doing an excellent job, they are 10-7 overall, 5-6 in MVL play, 7-2 at home. Offensively for West Muskingum, 59 points a game. Defensively, they surrender 49. So they're an excellent defensive team as well. They do rebound the basketball at 25 per game, 13.5 turnovers. And as we mentioned earlier in this pregame, they lost at Maysville 86-3. You're thinking this game's going to be won on pace and the rebounding.
I believe so. We're going to see how this game's officiated. If they let them kind of play, or if they're calling it close, that foul trouble in the early half and early in the first half could be key in this game, because even though these teams are very deep, very balanced, there's a few key players that these teams cannot afford to lose. For West Muskingum, Carter Smith, Tavin Bennett, they're their top leading rebounders. They really need them on the floor. And for the Maysville Panthers, Nichols and Watson, everything goes through those two.
One of the things about Gator Nichols, coming back to him, there are really some outstanding players in the MVL this year, and that's not to take anything away. But when you look at guys like Colton McIntyre at Crooksville, Lyle and Hahn at Tri-Valley.
Colton Conkle.
Yeah, Conkle, who we'll see tomorrow night. Just a lot of really good players. The thing that stands out for me about Nichols is his penetration, dribbling to the basket, drawing fouls. He's about the best I've seen in a while.
He sure is. He's relentless and fearless going to the basket. I was so impressed with him a year ago as a sophomore. He never gets ahead of himself. He plays under control, and he finds his way to the basket, as you mentioned, and 86% free throw shooter, tops in the MVL. So you're going to foul Gator Nichols, it's almost an automatic 2 points.
Depth-wise for West Muskingum, Ted, with the loss of Lemony and the starting of Morrison, something in Coach Kelsheimer's mind says, okay, this is how we need to line up with the Porter guys coming off the bench and starting the freshmen. We're sure the method behind the madness makes sense to him.
It's working so far, and those two Porters, Kyle and Cade, can definitely light it up from three-point range. It provides an offensive punch off the bunch for the Tornadoes. So we'll just have to see how it all works out. But Noah Morrison, just a freshman in the lineup tonight, and he's more than capable of handling the load.
Well, we're going to step aside as we enjoy the West Muskingum Pep Band doing the national anthem. So let's enjoy the Tornado Pep Band again tonight. It is Maysville here at West. Enjoy it. outstanding rendition of the Star Spangled Banner, the national anthem, and we're just a couple of minutes away from the start of the basketball game between Maysville and West Muskingum. Let's delve into the starters first for the Maysville Panthers, 13-2 on the season. They are coached by Dave Brown. They will go this way. It'll be Gator Nichols, the 6-foot junior, averaging 27 points per game. Jordan Watson, 6'3 junior, 16 points per game, 7.5 rebounds. Landon Iden, 5'9 junior, 11 points per game. Kane Rorig, 6'4 junior, 7.5 points, 5.5 rebounds per game. And Cade Rock, 6'4 junior, at 4 points per game. Off the bench, we expect to see Cade Pickrell and Gavin Ferguson. For the Tornadoes of West Muskingum, under Coach Jackson Kelsheimer, 10-7 overall. Tavin Bennett, 6'4 junior, 9.1 points per game, 5 rebounds. Carter Smith, 6'2 sophomore, leading scorer at 10.9 points per game, 7 rebounds. Jake Anton, the floor leader, 6'3 senior, 8.5 points per game, 4 rebounds. Coleman Lloyd, 6'2 senior, 4.5, 3 rebounds per game. And the freshman Noah Morrison, 5'9", at 3 points per game. West Muskingum in the home white, Maysville in the traveling gray with the blue numerals. And we are set to go from West Muskingum High School, where we expect an excellent basketball game. And doing it for the Panthers is Rorig and Smith for the Tornadoes, and the tip is controlled by the Maysville Panthers. Gator Nichols goes over to Landon Iden, man-to-man, picks up the dribble, does Iden, and then the ball to Nichols, way out on top, reverse it to Rorig. Rorig to the left corner, and then a drive by Iden, drives, goes to the basket, shot up, foul on Morrison.
Aggressive move to the basket by Iden. He's going to get a chance to crack the scoring first here. The one thing I noticed on that first possession, I assumed Jake Anton would draw the assignment of guarding Gator Nichols, which he is. So something to keep an eye on. Jake Anton, one of the best defenders man-to-man in the league, rarely needs help. So if he doesn't need help, if he can crunch down on Gator Nichols and limit him a little bit, that's going to loosen them up defensively a lot.
First free throw made by Iden and the Panthers, and they take the early 1-0 lead, make it 2. Maysville will pick up full court, man-to-man. It's no Morrison with the basketball, and to Bennett. Bennett double teamed across the timeline, on top to Morrison, then in the right wing, and back on top for Anton. Maysville stays man-to-man. Anton, no screen. Instead, he'll go to Morrison on the wing. Morrison dips inside to Smith, up and under, it's good.
Whew. Very athletic move by Carter Smith inside to tie this ball game at 2.
7:05 to go, first quarter. Back the other way comes Nichols, drives into the lane, kicks to the corner, 3 ball on the way, back iron, and then a push goes against, I believe, Maysville on the rebound.
Gonna be a push in the back on the Maysville Panthers. They're gonna pick up full court again.
Cade Rock on the personal, 6:59, tied at 2. Inbounds pass for the Tornadoes as Coleman Lloyd picks up the dribble, gets some help from Anton. Anton splits the double team, goes into Smith. Smith off glass, no good. Rebound knocked around, picked up by Anton, little runner, no good. Rebounded by Carter Smith. Physical already.
Yes, it is.
I should say by Rorig with Smith on the Nichols back the other way, penetration, and there it is.
He's such a good finisher when he penetrates to the basket.
4-2 in favor of Maysville. That's Tavin Bennett being harassed by Cade Rock to the middle of the floor, and Anton back to Morrison. He will kick to Bennett. Bennett off glass, no good. Rebound to Rorig, and that's going to go against Bennett, I believe.
Yeah, a little ticky-tack reach-in foul. Can't afford to waste a foul this early in the game, reaching in. The Tornadoes need to keep Bennett on the floor.
4-2 in favor of Maysville, 6:17 to go. First quarter from West Muskingum High School. Big crowd. Landon Iden to Gator Nichols. He will throw down to the left corner. And then a great look inside. And the basket by the Panthers. That's Cade Rock on the press offense. Back the other way comes Anton into Smith. Smith trying to get his presence known. Rejected by Rock. Picked up loose by Bennett, though. He will go to the corner. And then a 3-ball on the way for the Tornadoes. Off the back iron. Rebounded by Gator Nichols. Crosses the timeline with the right-handed dribble between the legs. Inside, he goes from 6 feet off the rim. Rebounded to Bennett. And here come the Tornadoes. It's Anton streaking across the floor to the right side. 3-ball on the way. Front iron missed by the Tornadoes. Coleman Lloyd. And then back the other way comes Iden. He will go to the corner for Nichols. And Gator Nichols buries the 3. 9-2 in favor of Maysville. Here comes Noah Morrison. Morrison back the other way. This is the shot. Rebounded by Maysville. Ted, we asked the question. We've got an injury.
And that is a major injury.
Oh,
If this is that's
Smith.
Carter Smith.
Yeah.
Oh, I hope he can get up off the floor. I would hate to see him
Absolutely.
not be able to play in this game.
The play is stopped. The clock is running. It should be at about 6:15 to go in the first quarter once they reset it. So
fast and physical,
Yeah.
just as I expected before the game, Howard. And
yeah, and again, I think we're going to have 6:15 or so, hopefully set back on the clock. But, Ted, we asked the question in the pregame, does West Muskingum want to run with these guys? We weren't sure. I'm not sure at this point. I don't know. Maysville, they could just flat out fly up and down the floor.
they sure can. The basketball IQ on the court for Maysville at any given time is super high. They really share the basketball. It's very, very tough to defend. They're very aggressive. Neither one of these teams wastes much time getting a shot up. So
And let's see,
he's walking off the floor.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think he needs a lot of attention. So hopefully he can get back in. But apparently they're not going to re-put the time back on the scoreboard. It was about 6:15 when he went down. So that 14 seconds, who knows, right?
Yeah, you just never know.
Yeah, Maysville basketball, it's Landon Iden. Cade Porter has checked in, he has him to the high post. Ball back to Nichols, and then a foul called on Connor Hill, who's checked in. That's Hill's first, team second here in the first quarter. 5:54 to go, Maysville leads 9-2. Ball back to Lamp, that's a turnover. Landon Iden went back court on the inbounds pass, so West Muskingum gets a little turnover break, and they will have the basketball with Tavin Bennett as the inbounder. He looks, gets it into Jake Anton. Landon Iden guarding in. Anton behind the back dribble to the right side. Back on top, and that is Hill. Ball loose on the floor, picked up by Gator Nichols. This is going to be trouble. That's Nichols with 7, 11-2. Ball in the middle of the floor. Tavin Bennett on the press offense gets some help, and then going across the timeline, losing it momentarily, but West Muskingum picks it back up. Boy, the Maysville defense is relentless.
They really are.
It's Tavin Bennett, kick over, ball shot on the wing, not there, and rebounded by Maysville. That was Connor Hill. And here come the Panthers. That's Rorik back on top for Jordan Watson. Watson ball kicked, and it will stay in possession of the Panthers. And good news, Ted.
Yes.
Carter Smith re-enters.
Fantastic news for the Tornadoes. He took a hard fall. When he stayed down on the court, I think the entire West Muskingum fan base took a collective deep breath.
Ball knocked out of bounds by Smith. Maysville will maintain possession. 5:01 to go here in the first quarter. Early lead goes to the Panthers. West Muskingum still trying to get that quick run. They have not done so to this point. Inbounds pass to Rorig. Rorig up off glass. This is the shot. Rebounded by Carter Smith. He will clear to Cade Porter. Porter double team, gets across the timeline, gets some help from Anton. Out on defense is Jordan Watson, and Anton holds. Crossover dribble right to left. Picks up the dribble, knocked away by Watson. West Muskingum unable to get into the set they wanted, Ted.
Yeah, they're expending a lot of energy, both physically and mentally, just breaking that press. I think it's throwing off everything that they wanted to do coming in here.
Inbounds passes to Kyle Porter. Porter to Bennett in the corner. Iden on him. 4 dribbles with the right hand by Bennett. He'll bring it back out and go to the left wing for Kyle Porter. Inside to Smith. Tries to muscle up Rohrig. Double team. Ball back to the corner. Shot on the way. No good. And then a foul. A 3-point opportunity coming up as it's Cade Rock with his second of the first quarter.
Yeah, that could be big. He's one of their top rebounders, but they do have some firepower off the bench to the Maysville Panthers, specifically Gavin Ferguson. He scored 24 in a game earlier this year off the bench.
Kyle Porter's going to get 3 free throws. Buries the first one. Substitution for Maysville will be Gavin Ferguson, as Ted mentioned. He'll be coming in here after this free throw. Second one coming for Porter. It's now 11-3. It's good. And taking a seat will be Cade Rock. Rock will sit down with 2 points and the 2 fouls.
What that does is take a 6'4" body off the floor and you put a 5'9" body on the floor. So advantage West Muskingum theoretically on the glass.
Free throw is missed, rebounded by Watson. Watson ahead to the right side. It's going to be on top. Nichols. And Nichols with Anton on him. Goes left between the legs. Goes back right to Watson. Watson goes left. Picks up the dribble. Will shoot the shot. And it's good for a 3. Everybody left him.
Yeah, you can't leave him open. 45% 3-point shooter is Jordan Watson. One of the best in the business.
Gavin Bennett picks up the dribble to Cade Porter. Porter with the left-handed dribble goes into the lane, makes the shot. And here comes Maysville, 14-6. West still in it. Early first quarter, still 3:25. Nichols on the drive, and he'll draw the 2 fouls. What a surprise, right?
Yeah, you'll see the Maysville Panthers almost exclusively shoot 3s or layups. They want to get all the way to the rim or shoot the 3. You very rarely see them take mid-range shots.
And this guy shoots free throws.
Yeah, 86% free throw shooter.
Gator Nichols has 7 here in this first quarter. And this team has the 8-point lead at the 3:24 mark. First one on the way for Nichols. Good. Another coming for Gator Nichols. 15-6 now in favor of Maysville. Second free throw on the way for Nichols. Got him both. 9 points for Nichols. 2-2-1, 3-quarter press for Maysville. West Muskingum, nice job on the press offense. They get it to the corner. 3-ball on the way is missed by Coleman Lloyd. And then eventually the ball is picked up by Jordan Watson. Ahead to Gator Nichols. Nichols between the legs dribble. He will go to the corner. And then a drive on the baseline and a foul. And a basket for Landon Iden. And Iden will go. Carter Smith on the foul. And Landon Iden trying to complete the 3-point play. Ouch, 18-6 now in favor of Maysville. Free throw's good. They are 5 of 5 from the line are the Panthers. They'll stay 2-2-1. Gavin Bennett to the left. There's the double team. They get it inside to Anton. Anton back on top for Bennett. He'll go inside off glass. Not there. Rebounded by Rohrig. Ahead to Watson. Watson will clear to Nichols and then back to Watson. Watson misses the shot, and then a foul goes against. I think we've got another injury. It's going to be Cade Porter. So another foul on the drive as he got very physical underneath Ted.
I saw a hand come across the face area. I just wonder if he got poked in the eye potentially.
Yeah, let's hope that he's okay. 2:37 to go here in the first quarter. And Maysville with the big lead, 19-6, as Cade Porter get some medical attention. So Maysville really doing their thing, just getting up and down the floor. The press is effective, rebounding's been outstanding, and then they're just shooting the lights out. Typical Maysville team. However, I think West will get their run of things, Ted. I think once they get their feet set, it's hopefully going to be a different story for the Tornadoes. I just think they've been shocked into this.
I do too, a little bit to some degree, but you know the Maysville Panthers are going to be extremely efficient offensively, and they're going to rebound the ball as well as anybody. So you have to be on your A game, and West Muskingum down 15 in the first quarter, not ideal. You want to try to keep this game close. Playing from behind is a daunting task against the Panthers.
Jake Anton and Noah Morrison on the press offense. Knocked out of bounds by Jordan Watson. So West Muskingum will maintain possession with 2:28 to go here in the first. And the Tornadoes really need a basket here. It's Anton out on top. Nichols on him. Gets the screen. Goes to the right corner with Carter Smith. He'll dribble it out and go over to Connor Hill. He'll go all the way to the basket and be fouled by Maysville's Gavin Ferguson. So a couple of free throws coming for the Tornadoes. It's going to be Connor Hill with the 2 throws. Substitution coming in for Maysville will be Cade Pickerel. Free throw on the way is not there. So Pickerel will enter for Maysville. Taking a seat will be Gavin Ferguson. And one more coming for Connor Hill. 19-6, 2:11 to go here in the first quarter from West Muskingum. In and out, rebounded by the Panthers. Gator Nichols takes his time with the dribble, comes across with the left hand. On him is Connor Hill. He gives up to Watson. Watson all the way inside. And then a nice little look down and a basket by Cade Pickerel. The double team in the middle of the lane. Great recognition by Watson.
Sure was.
Back comes Anton to Morrison. He'll take the 3. Good.
This kid, this freshman, he plays with a lot of moxie, and he can light it up from outside.
The Tornadoes needed that. 21-9. 1:30 to go first quarter. Driving inside is Rourke. Back to Watson. Watson between the legs dribble. He goes inside again. Back on top. 3 ball off the iron by Rourke. Rebounded by Morrison. And here comes West Muskingum down by 12 with 1:10 to go here in the first quarter. Holding the ball is Hill. Swing move. Be careful on that one. That's Anton. He goes back to Hill off the iron. Rebounded by Landon Iden. And he will clear to the Noah Nichols on the right side. Nichols picks up the dribble back to Iden. Iden goes inside. Loses the basketball. Picks it back up. It's Rohrig to the corner for Watson. Back iron. Rebounded by Carter Smith. And he will clear to Jake Anton. 21-9. And Jake Anton with the basketball. That's Connor Hill on top to Noah Morrison. Morrison holds to Anton. Anton holds. Swings over to the other side and Coleman Lloyd. Coleman Lloyd harassed. Bounce pass inside. Foul on the floor. So Maysville catches a little bit of a break, Ted, because that was going to probably be a layup.
The foul's going to be on the floor, but that's going to be the 5th team foul against Maysville, so he'll be shooting 2 regardless.
All right, so good situation for Connor Hill. However, he is 0-2 from the strike here in this first quarter. 2 free throws to cut it to 10.
Now, I know Jake Anton's more of a facilitator. He's a little bit passive offensively at times, but I think in this game he needs to be more aggressive offensively because he can convert those shots after penetration kind of the same way Gator Nichols. He's very athletic, great jumping ability. But I think I'd like to see Anton take on more of a scoring approach in this game.
Second free throw missed, rebounded by Maysville. That's Jordan Watson gets the high ball screen from Gator Nichols, and then they throw it away. So West Muskingum with 3.2 seconds they have a chance to cut this under 10, and wow, that would be significant. Here comes Anton, and no pressure by Maysville. Anton's going to go from half court, and that will be off the mark. However, good comeback by the Tornadoes. They trail at the first quarter break, 21-10, and the Community Bank now is the perfect time to join the Go Local movement by banking locally with the Community Bank. Thinks Harley Davidson, live to ride, ride to live, Finks quality motorcycles, cars, and RVs. Quick as a wink, deal with Finks and their easy leasing and rental programs. Foxfire Schools is a free alternative education for students in grades K-12. You should check them out on their website. Kekonis Furnishings of Mattress First, where they are always making it easier to furnish your home. And the exclusive flooring store in Muskingum and surrounding counties is Levy's. CA House Music reminds everyone to play music for life. City Tire and Buckeye Pro Tire are always ready to serve your needs. The game replays are brought to you by the Ohio Educational Credit Union, and South 60 Films is a proud streaming partner of West Muskingum. What do you think, Ted?
Well, a little 4-0 run to end that quarter by West Muskingum. What was a 15-point lead moments ago is now down to 11. So you dug yourself a hole, undoubtedly here, Howard, if you're West Muskingum, letting this Maysville team jump out in front. But I'd like to see them, if they could cut this 11-point lead in half before halftime, I think that would be success. Cut this to 5 or 6 point deficit before halftime, consider that a win.
First 5 seconds of the second quarter. That's Anton. Nichols all over him. Goes over to Kyle Porter. Porter picks up and goes to Noah Morrison. Swings way on the other side of the floor to Anton. So West Muskingum being a little bit more deliberate here in the half-court offense.
Yeah, not as helter-skelter, much more under control.
Morrison, 3-ball, back iron. Rebounded by Anton to Bennett. He'll shoot the 3, in and out. Rebounded to Nichols. Boy, tough break for the Tornadoes. 2 good shots.
Yeah, 2 good looks at it, just couldn't convert.
Nichols back the other way, rejected by Anton, and then knocked out of bounds by Jake. And Nichols will inbound underneath the basket for the Panthers. Or I should say up 21-10. West Muskingum down 11. Inbounds pass will go to the right side. On top, Nichols, or I should say Landon Iden. Back to Nichols. He'll shoot the 3-ball in and out. And then he is fouled by Jake Anton. Double trouble because that's going to be Anton's second, and you don't want to foul this guy for 3 shots.
No, yeah, Anton's defensive presence on the floor cannot be replaced. So they're going to miss him here. He's going to take a seat. Connor Hill's going to come back in the ball game.
Andrew Nichols has 9, including 2 of 2 from the strike. This one's good.
Yeah, I kind of feel like it's a 2-player race for MVL Player of the Year right now between Gator Nichols and Colton Conkle. I tend to lean towards Conkle, him being a senior, and he's probably going to break the Coshocton High School scoring record tonight.
Second free throw by Nichols, I don't know, Ted.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm glad you said that.
Yeah.
I like this guy.
Oh, did you? Yeah.
Yeah, I like
do too.
This guy.
Yeah.
But you're right, Conkle's an excellent basketball player. One more coming for Nichols. Got it again. So he is 5 of 5 from the strike. Maysville will now pick up man. Bounce pass ahead to Kyle Porter. Across the timeline to Tavin Bennett. Goes inside to Kyle Porter. Shot is missed. Rebounded by Cade Rock, who's re-entered with the 2 personals. And that's going to be Jordan Watson. Spins to the lane, back on top, and then Rohrig on the baseline picks it up. And Maysville now with Iden trying to take Morrison. Watson 3-ball, back iron, rebounded off to Kyle Porter. Ahead to Carter Smith. He will throw to Tavin Bennett. Bennett on a leak out, draws the foul on Nichols. And guess what? That's 2 on Nichols on a silly foul.
It was a rather silly foul. You know, it was a 2-on-1 opportunity for West Muskingum, and Nichols chose to contest the shot, being the only defender back for his team, and it cost him right there.
Well, it cost him, it's now his second foul, and that's the coaches say, hey, let that go, because it's almost always a made layup, but the free throw's missed. And Maysville with the rebound and knocked out of bounds. Good hustle by Connor Hill, and Maysville will maintain possession. I'm assuming that they'll keep in Nichols with 2 fouls, Ted.
I would think so. I think Coach Dave Brown trusts him to play smart the rest of the way into the locker room at halftime.
So he has the basketball, does Gator Nichols. And the bounce pass to Jordan Watson. Watson holds, and then a little cheapy inside. Who's it going to go against? It's going to be on Connor Hill, so that's his second. And you know, the flow of this game, Ted, that's just, I don't know about that call. That does go against West Muskingum. And Landon Hyden will be the inbounder. On top, it's going to be Nichols, front iron, rebounded off to Kyle Porter. Clears to Carter Smith, back to Kyle Porter. 24-12, Maysville. Porter all the way goes to Morrison. He'll pull from 15, good.
Love this freshman's game. Nice controlled mid-range jumper. He's got 5 in the ball game already.
25-14, 10-point deficit for the Tornadoes. Back comes Iden, rejected by Morrison. Jump ball, possession arrow to Maysville. A lot of fight left in this Tornado team.
A little bit of energy in the game all of a sudden for the Tornadoes.
Gator Nichols will be the inbounder to Jordan Watson. Watson all the way to the basket. He's hammered, scores the basket.
Jordan Watson had kind of a coming out party in the postseason last year, picking up right where he left off.
You know, that's the second time they've left Watson alone when he catches it on that wing area. And again, he just does the right thing. Makes the free throw, but he just drives right to the basket. He has 6, and suddenly it's 27-14. Maysville will back the press off. So I wonder if West will now still stay in that very slow down half-court offense. It's Tavin Bennett to Morrison. He will bounce pass to Porter. Porter will shoot the 3, in and out. Rebounded by the Panthers, Dave Rock, and it's a foul on Morrison. That will be his second. Andy Org will take a seat for the Panthers. He will be replaced by Gavin Ferguson. West Muskingum will put pressure on the basketball. Looks like it's just going to be full court man, straight man. It's Gator Nichols, left-handed dribble. On him is Connor Hill. He sets things up. Now Maysville will run just a half-court set offense. They try to get Nichols running through the lane, but now Watson. Nichols will drive left, thinks about the shot, picks it up, goes inside to Rock. Rock back to Iden. Iden tries to take Morrison. Spin dribble back over to Watson. Switch as Morrison has him, and they throw it away. Here comes Bennett, ahead to Morrison, got it!
That's going to prompt a timeout. From actually that timeout called by West Muskingum here, Howard. They're going to try to set up probably some full court pressure, I would assume.
27-16, a 30-second timeout. So it had been cut to 10. Maysville grabs the 3-point play, and suddenly it was 13. Now a little bit of a run. So Maysville hanging on, but West Muskingum, give them credit, Ted. They have hung in there.
They sure have, and they're continuing to fight. A lot of packed gymnasium, a lot of energy in the gym tonight, and it's both these teams playing extremely hard.
So Maysville coming out of the timeout. It's 27-16. Foul trouble for West Muskingum. Connor Hill with 2, Jake Anton with 2, Noah Morrison with 2. By the way, Morrison is their leading scorer. He has 7. With the basketball for the Panthers is Gavin Ferguson. They set up a set as it's on the top. Jordan Watson to the corner for Nichols. Spin dribble, tries to go inside. Little runner, and it's up, and it's in. 29-16. Maysville, they'll go back to the 2-2-1. Three-quarter court press. We will have Tavin Bennett with the basketball. On him is Cade Rock. Bennett dribbles, back to Morrison. Morrison holds, gets the high ball screen from Bennett, drives left, tries to go off glass, missed the shot, draws the foul. He'll go to the line for a pair.
Let's see who they're going to call that foul on. Cade Rock. It's going to be his third personal here, Howard. He's going to have to sit the remainder of this half.
Yep, and Cade Roaring will re-enter the lineup after the first free throw by Noah Morrison. It's on the way in and out, so Roaring will replace Rock. Rock sits down with 2 points, 3 fouls.
Tornadoes leaving a lot of points out there, missing free throws in the first half here, Howard.
They are 3 of 9.
Yeah,
that's right. Second one. Got it.
You convert those 6. This is a 6-point game right now instead of a 12-point deficit.
West Muskingum will try and double. Throwing long are the Panthers. It's Jordan Watson. He'll shoot a long 3. Wow. He has 9, 32-17 in favor of Maysville. Back they come with Morrison to the baseline, then back to Morrison. Kick out on top. Bennett back in the left corner for Kyle Porter. Looks back door, stolen away by Iden for the Panthers. Jordan Watson in transition. Just like that, Ted. 35-17, 3:15 to go. Stolen away by Maysville. West needs a timeout badly. They will go to the corner. It's going to be Nichols driving inside, draws the contact, fouled, misses the shot, but he'll go to the line for a couple. West Muskingum avoiding the timeout. Ted, Maysville has a lot of momentum here. At this point, that's going to be the 3rd foul on Connor Hill. He'll have to take a seat. Just like that, boom, 8 straight points.
Yep. What was once an 11-point lead just moments ago has now ballooned to an 18-point lead. Gator Nichols with a rare miss at the free throw line.
Newsflash, he is now 5 of 6 from the stripe. 3:08 to go, and bang, it is an 18-point Maysville lead.
That's how fast they can do it to you. And
this team's dangerous.
It's hard to believe they even lost 2 league games so far. I know John Glenn and Tri-Valley, very good teams.
Yes, they are.
But when you see this Maysville team live, it's hard to believe they lose a league game ever.
It's going to be a timeout, a full timeout. That's going to give us an opportunity to go over our sponsors, Community Bank. And now's the perfect time to join the Go Local movement by banking locally with the Community Bank. Finks Harley Davidson, live to ride, ride to live. Finks quality motorcycles, cars, and RVs, quick as a wink. Deal with Finks and their easy leasing and rental programs. Foxfire Schools is a free alternative education for students in grades K-12. Check them out on the website. Dakota's Furnishings and Mattress First, where they are always making it easy to furnish your home. The exclusive flooring store in Muskingum and surrounding counties is Levy's Flooring. CA House Music reminds everyone to play music for life. City Tire and Buckeye Pro Tire are always ready to serve your needs. The game replays are brought to you by the Ohio Educational Credit Union and South 60 Films. That's us. Proud stream partner of the West Muskingum Tornado. So Ted, West with some work to do.
They sure do. They're really missing Jake Anton's presence on the floor as he still remains on the bench with 2 fouls. He checked out about 5 minutes ago and has yet to check back in.
You got to put him in, maybe, you think?
Yeah, I mean, at what point do you have to make that call? You know, you have to risk versus reward.
Morrison gets double teamed, gets help from Smith. Back to Morrison, nearly stolen away by Maysville. Shot in the corner for the 3 off the back iron by Coleman Lloyd. And here comes Jordan Watson. He has buried a couple trays in transition here in this first half. Back comes Nichols, picks up the dribble, goes over to Gavin Ferguson, back to Nichols. Nichols between the legs dribble, goes inside, goes to the corner, Roaring off the iron, rebounded by the Tornadoes, Coleman Lloyd. He will clear to Tavin Bennett. Bennett, spin dribble, spinning in, goes inside and scores the basket.
Nice elevation from Bennett to get that ball up above the shot blockers of Maysville, up and in for 2.
He has 4, it's 36-19 Maysville. Back comes Connor Nichols off the baseline, or Gator Nichols rather. He makes the little runner from 6 feet out. 38-19, under 2 minutes to go for the first half. That's Tavin Bennett to Noah Morrison, back to Bennett. He will drive baseline, double team, stolen away by Nichols as he leaves his feet. It's going to be Nichols to Watson. Watson, 3-ball, back iron. Oh my goodness, falls in the hands of Maysville, but then the bodies fly and a foul on the floor. So
who they get? That was.
They're going to get Maysville on the clear out.
Yeah, I think that was 2 players fighting for the rebound, and they both hit the deck. I don't know how you single one of those 2 out. They're going to get Rohrig for tripping while he was on the floor.
That's his first. 38-19, West Muskingum will have the basketball. 1:30 to go here in the first half. Tavin Bennett, Jordan Watson on him, gets the high ball screen from Carter Smith. Goes inside, pulls up from 12, in, out, in, out. Rebounded back off to Maysville and Gator Nichols. Nichols crosses the timeline with the left hand. Swings to Watson, picked up loose by Roy. Drive inside, then the shot off the back iron, no good by Gavin Ferguson, rebounded by Noah Morrison. He will clear to Cade Porter, back to Morrison, to Carter Smith in the corner. He tries to muscle his way inside, scores the basket, and a flop called on Maysville.
Wow, I've never seen that called at the high school level, Howard. But
I have not either. A flop called. Okay. That's kind of like illegal man downfield in football at the high school level, isn't it? So
only the 3rd team foul, though.
Yeah.
So
38-21, 45 seconds to go. In favor of Maysville, Gator Nichols takes his time across the timeline. He holds between the legs dribble, holds some more. Jordan Watson outside for the help. Oh, that's going to be a hold on Cade Porter as Nichols tried to streak to the basket. I don't think that's shooting. I think that's going to be on the floor. Nope, they're going to say shooting.
Well, that's the 6th team foul, I believe.
All right, so I stand corrected. It wasn't shooting, but the bonus. Thank you, Ted. Gator Nichols for the first of 2.
Gator Nichols playing almost the entirety of the second quarter with 2 fouls.
We asked the question, do you take him out? No.
I think just Dave Brown knows his players so well. He trusts Gator Nichols to play smart out there, and he's done just that.
He is 7 of 8 from the free throw line here in this first half. The guy makes a living there. Second one's also perfect. You mentioned the pregame, Ted. He shoots 86%, and we said, hey, the guy can drive to the basket as good as anybody we could find. It's Cade Porter with the ball. On him is Cohen Llewellyn, who's checked in. Cohen Llewellyn is actually checked in for Gator Nichols. And that's Kyle Porter. Goes by Llewellyn. Back on top to Noah Morrison with 10 seconds to go in the quarter. That's Cohen Llewellyn. High ball screen from Carter Smith. They'll go to the corner. Knocked away by the Panthers and then picked up. No shot at the end of the second quarter. So excellent first half for the Maysville Panthers as they lead 40-21 over the West Muskingum Tornadoes. After one quarter, it's 21-10 in favor of Maysville. And then at the break, the Tornadoes did a little bit of damage as they actually outscored that Maysville outscored West Muskingum in the second quarter to take the 40-21 lead. So, Ted, as we go into halftime and await some of the highlights, just an all-around good effort by Maysville.
Yeah, they had a game plan coming in, and they've executed it to the T, enjoying a 19-point lead here at halftime. And you notice a lot of wide-open three-point shots, wide-open looks for Maysville, and on the other end, West Muskingum just completely ice-cold. They've got some good looks from three. They have just been ice-cold from out there as a team, and you can only hope that that will they will start to heat up in the second half and able to climb back in here.
Early on the highlights, Carter Smith on a layup, then Gator Nichols with a little teardrop runner inside for the basket, and then Maysville back on a little backdoor play as Rock scored, then a 3-ball on the way from the corner. Back comes Nichols again off glass, scores the layup. Back comes Maysville again. It's going to be Jordan Watson banging the 3 down. Inside for the Tornadoes, it was Cade Porter, and then off glass again for Maysville and the 3-point play. Great look inside by Watson. Noah Morrison bangs the 3 down for West Muskingum. Tornadoes back the other way. It was Tavin Bennett on a run out, drew the foul, scored the layup. Noah Morrison, a 15-foot runner, was good. And then Jordan Watson off glass draws another 3-point play opportunity. Back comes Noah Morrison for West Muskingum on a run-out layup. Noah Nichols, or Gator Nichols rather, then a long ball again. Jordan Watson, another 3-ball. He was hot. Carter Smith on the inside play and a foul called. So that will be a look at some of your highlights. And for the Tornadoes, Ted, you know, they've got to get some more scoring. They're 4 of 10 from the free throw line. They've got to get some scoring. You made the point about Jake Anton sitting with the 2 fouls. I think they really need him to play the entire 16 minutes of the second half.
Yeah, I think not only do they need him out there the whole second half, but he's going to have to take on an offensive-minded game approach in the second half. He's not going to be able to be a facilitator as much as he likes to be because he's one of their main weapons, and if he can get in there, he can finish down low, much like Gator Nichols. And he's also an excellent free throw shooter.
Well, speaking of Nichols, he has 17 at the break. You know, I mean, again, we asked the question, how do you defend Gator Nichols?
Yeah, it's a very tall task because this team, they reverse the ball so well and find open shooters. And then when you close out too hard, they'll drive right by you, get to the lane, either finish or draw contact, or sometimes both. So very, very hard team to defend. But one thing I did notice in the first half was West Muskingum, when they're in a half-court offense and the shot is missed, Carter Smith's the only rebounder going for the ball, and there's 3 or 4 Maysville Panthers going for the same rebound. So I think even though I know you need to get back defensively against Maysville, I think you need to commit at least another body or 2 to the glass.
Good point. You know, Jordan Watson, kind of a quiet 12 points in that first half. I mean, I know he had a couple of bang-up threes out there on the spot-up, but, you know, I didn't even realize 12 points, pretty good first half for Watson.
Yeah, he's just an efficient player. He doesn't take a whole lot of shots. The shots he does take are in rhythm in the flow of the game, and mentioned earlier, 45% three-point shooter. So, yeah, he's more than a capable scorer, as is Landon Iden. He scored a little bit here in the first half. And, yeah, they got a plethora of scorers through the Maysville Panthers as they average close to 65 a game.
Yeah, they can really.
Or actually over 70 a game.
Yeah, 72 coming into this game. And, yeah, they're really going to be a force to reckon with. You know, we talked about this last week, Ted. The sectional coming up, probably, about 3 weeks from now?
Yes.
You know, Maysville, West Muskingum, and John Glenn all in the same sectional, and I think 2 come out to go to the district. So somebody's going home early.
Yeah. Well, they'll seed the district and probably split it into 2 brackets. So we'll see who ends up where. But, yeah, not an ideal situation for the Tornadoes having to face potentially Maysville for a 3rd time.
Yeah, because if you look at what could be the seedings, you know, hypothetically, Maysville 1, John Glenn 2. If West Muskingum doesn't get a couple of votes from their buddies, e.g., I think they may have to play one or the other game 1. Yeah, that would be a shame.
Yeah, it would, but I think John Glenn's going to have to lose at least another game in order for Maysville to overtake them. I think right now the Muskies are going to be the 1 seed.
Okay.
With the head-to-head win over Maysville.
Wow, interesting.
But they have a matchup looming next week against Tri-Valley in Dresden. They won the first matchup at home, but you know, that game could change a lot of things. Well,
whatever being said, it's going to be a real interesting sectional drawing. We're at halftime here at West Muskingum High School, where Maysville leads the Tornadoes by the score of to 21, scoring for West Muskingum in the first half. Noah Morrison led the way. 2 field goals, a triple, 1 of 2 from the line. 8 points for Noah Morrison. Carter Smith, 2 field goals for 4. Reed Lemony did not play, injured in the first half. Jake Anton scoreless in the first half. Tavin Bennett, a couple of baskets for 4, 0 of 1 from the line. Connor Hill, 1 of 4 from the line. Kyle Porter, 2 of 3 from the line. And Cade Porter, a basket for 2. So for the Tornadoes, Ted, just 7 2-point field goals and 1 3-point. That's pretty good defense.
It is. The 1 3-pointer made was by Noah Morrison down in the corner we saw in the highlight package, but the entirety, the collective of the West Muskingum team has just been ice cold, and that can't last an entire game, one would think. Eventually, this team's going to heat up and probably start making some of these shots in succession, which could close this gap. We still got 2 quarters to play. You never say never, and we've been watching this West Muskingum team evolve and get better and better all year long. You know they're going to come out here and give it a game effort here in the second half.
Oh, they will not quit. That's a guarantee. But you're right. Somebody's got to get hot.
Yeah.
Speaking of hot, Gator Nichols has 19, including free throws, where he is 8 of 9. He's got 4 doubles, 1 triple for the 19. Cade Rock started, had a basket for 2. Landon Iden started, has 5. A basket, 3 of 3 from the line. Kane Rorick started, is scoreless. Jordan Watson started, has 12, 3 triples, a deuce, 1 of 1 from the line. And Cade Pickrell off the bench for 2. Gavin Ferguson off the bench, did not score. Cohen Llewellyn played late, did not score. So after 1 again, 21-10 in favor of Maysville. And then 19-11, the Panthers outscored West Muskingum in the second quarter to grab this 19-point lead. And Ted, at one point, West, I believe, had cut it to 10.
Yes.
And then bang, 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 I think Watson and Nichols just took over, and it was lights out for about a minute straight for Maysville.
Yeah, Maysville got a handful of steals and turned them into points in the transition pretty easily. And yeah, we saw that a couple times. West Muskingum would bring the lead down to 10, 11, 12 points, and then all of a sudden, bang, just like that, the Panthers extend back to 18. And that's what just makes them so good.
What do you look for West Muskingum in the second half, Ted?
I think Noah Morrison with the 7 points in the first half. I think he's a confident shooter. I think you need to find him some looks, and I would love to see Jake Anton be more aggressive with his shot selection. Look for his shot more instead of looking for the open player more. I know he's a very unselfish player. He's a floor general, floor facilitator, but he's very good offensively as far as shooting the ball. So I would love to see him be aggressive towards the basket and even look for some three-point shots.
West, some points of the first half, tried to pressure Maysville. I think that just sped Maysville up more.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering if West maybe just wants to fall back. Yeah. Let's get back and play our half-court man. Fall back. Let's not put pressure on the ball. Because let's face it, Maysville's too good with the ball.
They are.
They're not going to turn it over. I think I would get back.
I agree. Committing less than 10 turnovers a game as a team, it's just it's the risk-reward factor is not on your side. And West Muskingum is a team that prefers to apply pressure. We've seen this all season long, but in this particular game, Coach Kelsheimer has said we're gonna try to defend in the half court and take our chances there, which I think's the right call.
We had talked about that pace in the first half. I just don't think you want to run with those guys.
I don't either.
Maysville.
Yeah.
Panthers will start out with Gator Nichols, Cade Rock, Landon Iden, Kane Rorick, and Jordan Watson. The Tornadoes will send out Tavin Bennett, Carter Smith, Jake Anton, Noah Morrison, and Coleman Lloyd, both teams with the original starting lineups. And West Muskingum will have the basketball. Coleman Lloyd will be the inbounder for the Tornadoes.
Don't expect much different from Maysville. They are who they are. They play the way they play and let the chips fall where they may. And 40 points in the first half, scored 86 in the first meeting against this team, on pace for 80 tonight.
That's Tavin Bennett to Morrison. Morrison hands off to Bennett. He holds between the leg dribble. Spin. Back over to Anton. Drives and kicks. Morrison, left-handed dribble, nowhere to go. He'll bring it back out. Good defense by Maysville. Anton and Cade Rock going at it. Anton brings it back out, goes to Tavin Bennett. He will kick back on top to Anton. He'll go all the way inside, spin, and then kick over to Bennett. And that will be rebounded by Kane Rohrig for Maysville. And they come back the other way. Jordan Watson to Gator Nichols. Nichols pull up, got it.
Another wide open look.
Yep, 43-21. Started with the penetration by Maysville's Jordan Watson. Carter Smith on the baseline. Rebounded off to Gator Nichols. Nichols crosses the timeline with the left-handed dribble. Goes all the way inside. Will throw on top. Landon Iden, Jordan Watson. Gator Nichols on the baseline drive, and he is fouled by Anton.
Yep, just whistled for his third personal foul. Just a nightmare of a game so far for Jake Anton. Just
Kyle Porter will enter the lineup for Carter Smith. I wonder about that. He may not be 100%, Ted. Take him out this early.
Makes you wonder.
Landon Iden, Noah Morrison on him. Iden draws the contact. That's on Tavin Bennett. So all of a sudden we've got quick whistles here to start the third quarter.
A very physical play in the first half. Maybe the officials had a conversation themselves at halftime about tightening this up a little bit.
Two quickies and cheapies on the floor. Mason will inbound. Gator Nichols drives inside on Anton. It's clear he's trying to take Anton. He'll pull up from 8 and score it. He's trying to draw that fourth foul.
Yes.
That is Anton with the basketball. 45-21 Maysville. Anton left-handed dribble to the left side. Sticky hands by Jordan Watson. Knocks it out of bounds, and Anton's going to have to sit with the 3 fouls. You know, not to second guess, Connor Hill's going to come in. He's got 3 fouls.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, you're down by 24. You know, hey, Jake, keep playing.
Yep.
Inbounds pass to Hill. Tavin Bennett has it. Will go to the corner, and then a kick back on top for Hill. Got it. Or I should say Coleman Lloyd. Coleman Lloyd, excuse me. Gator Nichols, it's 45-24 in favor of Maysville. Gator Nichols, left-handed dribble. And on him is Connor Hill. Driving baseline is Landon Iden. Noah Morrison, very handsy, knocks it out of bounds. Maysville will maintain possession underneath their own basket, as Gator Nichols will be the inbounder. Watch for him to get the ball on some certain way that they screen for him. They'll go to Watson. Watson, he drives baseline, misses the layup, rebounded off to the Tornadoes. Back they come with Porter, misses the shot, rebounded by Nichols. Here comes Nichols, it's a 3-on-2. He will go to the corner, and then a shot by Iden for 3, in and out. Rebounded Noah Morrison, streaking ahead to Coleman Lloyd. Loses the basketball, and then last touched by Maysville's Kane Rohrig.
Tornadoes, a couple transition opportunities there with numbers. Just unable to convert on either. Kyle Porter got up in the air and indecisive with what he wanted to do, and right there just an errant pass. You cannot afford that when you're trying to come back.
Gator Nichols to the right wing. Landon Iden double teamed. Looks for help from Nichols, of course. Jordan Watson, mismatch on Noah Morrison. Morrison knocks it away, and he'll get the run out. Big break there for West Muskingum, as Watson had taken him to the glass. That's Nichols with the ball. 45-26. 5 minutes to go, third quarter. Nichols and Connor Hill battling. Nichols, he'll pull up from 12, got it.
This kid's just so efficient.
Yeah.
Nothing he can't do on the basketball floor.
Tavin Bennett spins by Jordan Watson. Bennett goes inside, tries to go up, not there. Rebounded by Gator Nichols. Here comes the Maysville Panthers. Jordan Watson in transition. Say goodnight. And that's going to be a 30-second break for West Muskingum. 50-26. And if you'd asked me about an hour ago, I wouldn't have said this could be the score, Ted.
Yeah, I'm shocked by this. The Tornadoes have gotten better and better each and every game we've seen them, but they're just shooting the ball ice cold from the floor tonight. They're turning the ball over a little too much. And those two things in combination is going to lead to a big deficit against a great team.
Yeah, and exactly the point I was going to make, Ted. I mean, yeah, West hasn't done some things as well as they would like to tonight. They could have played better here and there, coulda, shoulda, woulda. This Maysville team is really, really good.
They are.
So 50-26, 4:32 to go here in the third quarter. Maysville will now stay in the 2-2-1 press. It's Noah Morrison. Will go to the middle. Substitution for the Tornadoes. With the basketball, Cade Porter. Back to the corner for Kyle Porter. And Kyle Porter buries the three. West Muskingum will pick up in the half court. Double team on the Panthers. And they will swing to the baseline for Iden. Iden up, misses the shot. Saved, but then knocked out of bounds. It goes back to West Muskingum.
Coach Kelsheimer applauding his team's effort right now, imploring them to keep their heads in the game here. It's just tough out there. No Jake Anton, no Carter Smith on the floor.
And a steal by Jordan Watson. He's going to go all the way to the basket, missed the layup, rebounded off to the Tornadoes. That's Cade Porter. Porter picks up the dribble, goes to the left. Noah Morrison shot off the iron, gets his own rebound, and scores the layup. Good heady play by the freshman. Back comes Maysville, 50-31. They lead to the Panthers. That's Gator Nichols trying to take Hill. He'll go to the corner. Shot on the way for three is good.
That's Gavin Ferguson for threes. He can light it up from out there off the bench for the Panthers.
53-31. Back come the Tornadoes. Shot up, and it's good.
That's a newcomer in the game. I think that's Luther Johnson, 5'10 freshman.
All right, so another new body and face in for West Muskingum. Maysville with the basketball. Jordan Watson, Gator Nichols drives inside, brings it back out with the dribble. Now goes inside off Hill. Little teardrop, up and in. He has 9 this quarter. 28, there was Luther Johnson ahead to Morrison. Morrison off the glass, not there. And then a foul is going to be called on the Tornadoes as Cade Rock had cleared the rebound.
2 freshmen on the floor for the Tornadoes right now. One started the game, Morrison. Luther Johnson, a newcomer. We've seen West Muskingum several times. We've yet to see him in a varsity game. Yeah, Coach Kelsheimer trying for the right mix of players right now.
55-33, 2:30 to go. Here comes Maysville back the other way. Jordan Watson off to Gator Nichols. Watson, he'll take the three off the iron. Rebounded inside by Morrison. Nearly a steal, and the ball goes off the hands of Kyle Porter as Jordan Watson had stepped into the passing lane for Maysville. Nice recognition by Watson. Gavin Ferguson will be the inbounder to Watson, looking for Nichols. Instead, he'll drive inside, up off glass, shot missed, gets his own rebound, up and under, good. He has 17, does Watson. 57-33, 2 minutes to go, third quarter. Cade Porter, double team, nearly a steal, picks it up, goes back on top for Kyle Porter. Jordan Watson guards Kyle Porter. He will swing over to Noah Morrison and back to Cade Porter. He'll bang the three.
That's one kid who can heat up in a hurry. Cade Porter left the game in the first half, went to the locker room with what appeared to be a poke in the eye, but he's back out here providing some lift now.
57-36 Maysville. They have the basketball. 1:20 to go here in the third quarter. Nichols to the right side, back to Nichols. He goes inside all over Porter, and they're going to get a hold on the Tornadoes, and that's kind of a break for West Muskingum because that was going to be easy drive to the rack, was it not?
Looked to be. you can almost count it once he gets past his defender. It's hard to stop Gator Nichols from getting to the basket. Now, that's the 4th team foul in the 3rd period against West Muskingum. Maysville yet to commit one.
Jordan Watson on the inbounds play, misses it, and rebounded by the Tornadoes. Tavin Bennett, they'll go to the corner, another 3-ball. That's by Connor Hill.
Cut the lead to 18. This is as close as they've been since midway through the 2nd.
Dribble is picked up. Gator Nichols has it. Nichols, under 50 seconds to go here in the 3rd quarter. Maysville with a total clear out as they're going to let Nichols do his thing. He goes all the way by Hill and draws the player control foul.
That's going to be 3 on Nichols.
57-39. Maysville will pick it up full court, it looks like. And now a timeout for the Tornadoes of West Muskingum. And it's the Community Bank, and now's the perfect time to join the Go Local movement by banking locally with the Community Bank. Finks Harley Davidson, live to ride, ride to live. Finks quality motorcycles, cars, and RVs. Quick as a wink deal with Finks and their easy leasing and rental programs. Foxfire Schools is a free alternative education for students in grades K-12. Check them out on the website. Kokonis Furnishing and Mattress First, where they're always making it easy to furnish your home. The exclusive flooring store in Muskingum and surrounding counties is Levy's. CA House reminds everyone to play music for life. City Tire and Buckeye Pro Tire are always ready to serve your needs. The game replays are brought to you by the Ohio Educational Credit Union, and we here at South 60 are proud streaming partners of these West Muskingum Tornadoes, who trail 57-39 with 39 seconds to go, and full court pressure by the Panthers. Anton is checked back in with 40 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. He will drive and then over to Tavin Bennett. He'll go inside, miss the shot, gets his own rebound, and then hammered by Cade Pickrell, so he should go to the line for a couple. Tavin Bennett.
A chance to cut this lead down to 16 if he can convert these free throws. That's as close as they've been since about 2 or 3 minutes into the 2nd quarter. And they played a lot of the stretch of that 3rd quarter without Bennett, Anton, and Carter Smith, all 3 off the floor together at the same time. So you got to applaud this West Muskingum team for hanging in there.
We saw Carter Smith come out early in the 3rd quarter, so we're not sure. Bennett does make the first free throw. He has 5 points. Looking to the line for 6. Got it. 57-41. West still back in shouting range, let's call it. Jordan Watson being harassed by Tavin Bennett. Double team. Gets help from Gator Nichols. On him is Connor Hill. Nichols down to 10. Gets a high ball screen from Kane Rohrig. And then a switch out by Anton. And Anton tries to body him up on the drive. Just not what you want.
And not with that little time remaining on the clock. And it seems like every time they call that on Anton, as soon as he places the hand on the hip of Nichols, they call it every time. They're not calling him with the body. I think they're calling him with the hand.
It was a reach, but I get it. Nichols was going to drive, but my gosh, you got 3 fouls. And there's 5 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, and he committed his 3rd just seconds into the 3rd period. It's just been a nightmare of a game for
First free throw's good, but that's a situation where you've got to trust your help side defense to come in and stop the drive on Nichols. Second one's also good for Gator Nichols. He is 10 of 11 from the stripe, and he'll take a seat with 6 seconds to go here in the 3rd quarter as Cohen Llewellyn replaces him. Cade Porter will have one last drive. He'll put it up off glass. Miss it. Anton on the putback. They say no. And that will end the 3rd quarter where it's 59-41. So pretty good quarter that time for Westhead as they scored 20 points.
Yeah, they outscored the Panthers by 1 in that period, so they won the 3rd quarter. Unfortunately, they just didn't win it by a wide enough margin to probably give themselves an opportunity to come back. But still a quarter to play here, and you just never know.
Yeah. I mean, for these Tornadoes, they buried 4 threes in that 3rd quarter and also shot well from the free throw line to 2 of 2 with the strike for Tavin Bennett. But They are still led in scoring by Noah Morrison with 12. Tavin Bennett with 6. Kyle Porter with 5. Coleman Lloyd 3. Cade Porter 5. Carter Smith 4. So the big guns for West Muskingum not getting the points they need to erase this deficit.
Yeah, I completely agree. It's just been an uphill battle from the opening tip for West Muskingum, but they are still in this game battling away.
And
they're going to leave Anton out there with 4 fouls, I think.
Hey, I guess you got to. I would.
Yep.
You'd say, hey, Jake, listen, dude, you got to play, man, but you got to play smart. You know, let it go. If Gator Nichols is targeting you, you got to let it go. And you other help side people, you've got to do your job if he gets taken off the dribble.
I think this team really missing Reed Limity's defense tonight. They really could have used him to guard Nichols.
With the basketball is Landon Iden to the high post. Watson will swing to Nichols and then a backdoor nice look and an easy basket for Landon Iden. Nice set play by the Panthers. They're back up to the 20-point lead. Anton Hill. Hill drives baseline on Nichols and pushes away and gets the basket.
Just bullied his way down there.
Yeah.
Converted the hoop for 2.
61-43, still within sight, but West Muskingum's going to have to make some stops. Jordan Watson drives and then goes inside behind the back dribble. Nowhere to go. And then a throw to the baseline stolen away by Cade Porter. That was Gavin Ferguson. Jake Anton ahead. Noah Morrison will reverse. Cade Porter has the left-handed drive and then over to Connor Hill. Connor Hill being bothered. He'll drive baseline and try to muscle his way inside. Missed the shot. Rebounded by Gator Nichols. Here comes Maysville on the run. It's Nichols all the way to the basket. Back comes Tavin Bennett. Corner. Connor Hill. Shot off the iron. Rebounded Gator Nichols. Gator Nichols ahead. Back to Gator Nichols. Between the legs dribble. Knocked away by Noah Morrison. A couple of subs coming in for West. It will be Coleman Lloyd and Kyle Porter. Connor Hill and Noah Morrison take a seat for the Tornadoes. 63-43 in favor of Maysville. Landon Iden has the ball. Cade Porter has him. Left-handed dribble to the corner. 3-ball on the way is perfect.
This kid, Gator Nichols, is unconscious tonight here, Howard. 6 minutes to play in the game. He's got 35 points.
Yeah. Tavin Bennett.
He and Watson combined for 52 of their 66.
Nice turnaround by Bennett. He has 8. Back they come, the Panthers, and then a hammer by Coleman Lloyd. A couple of free throws coming for Gavin Ferguson. He has 3 points in the game, and he'll get a couple here with 5:59 to go in the basketball game from West Muskingum, where the Tornadoes have trailed most of the way. In and out on the first one. And Cade Rock will re-enter for Jordan Watson. Watson sits down with 17. And one more free throw coming for Gavin Ferguson. Second one's good. He has 4. Maysville will pick up full court. Jake Anton, right-handed dribble, drives, goes to the corner for Kyle Porter. Porter back on top on the swing. West Muskingum throws it around. Inside, Cade Porter bodied up, misses the shot, and sprinting ahead is Landon Iden, and he will make the basket. He has 9. Tavin Bennett streaking with the right hand. Holding the ball is Coleman Lloyd. Lloyd, bounce pass to the mid-post to Cade Porter. Misses, rebound by Kane Rourke, stolen by Jake Anton. He will miss it. Ball fought for on the floor. Probably going to be a tie-up, and possession arrow will go to West Muskingum. Oh, they're going to call a foul.
They call it on Rohrig, who took the worst end of that fall. Kyle Porter will be the inbounder. Foul on Rohrig. That's his second.
Long pass out on top to Tavin Bennett. Cade Rock guards him. Swings over. Long shot by Kyle Porter. Saved by Anton. Retrieved by Landon Iden. Ahead to Nichols. Nichols on the lob inside to Rohrig off glass. And good. Nice assist by Gator Nichols. 4:50 to go, 71-45. They are at their average, are the Panthers. Kyle Porter. 1-2, swing, dribble. Back to the corner. Inside to Porter at the mid post. Nice to go baseline, double teamed. Over to the left, and then the right side bomb by Tavin Bennett. He's heating up.
Yeah, the Tornadoes, you know, it's only a matter of time, only making one three-pointer as a team in the first half. Now I think that's their 5th made 3 already here in the second half.
Gator Nichols, between the legs dribble, crosses over, pulls up from 8, front iron, rebound on the floor to the Panthers. Landon Iden inside, tied up, gets it back to Rohrig. Rohrig to the corner. Maysville will reset things out on top with Gavin Ferguson. Left to Landon Iden. He is fouled, no call. Ball is loose, picked up on the floor by Gator Nichols. He'll go far to the right side for Rohrig. He'll miss the shot and then knocked out of bounds. They say West Muskingum. And the bottom official didn't know, got some help, and the trail official said West Muskingum, and that doesn't make the Maysville folks very happy. But doesn't matter, West Muskingum has the basketball. And they trail with the ball. Kyle Porter. Porter crosses the timeline. Swings right to left on the dribble, goes all the way to the basket. Nice take by Kyle Porter. He has 5. Gator Nichols back the other way. He has it rejected, but swats it back on top. And Ferguson will swing the ball around to the corner. On top, Watson to Ferguson. Ferguson inside, Anton has him, and he will bring it back out on top to Landon Iden. Iden, spin dribble, has it knocked away by the Tornadoes, and then a run out and a score by Coleman Lloyd. 71-52 in favor of Maysville, with 3 minutes to go here in the 4th quarter. Driving inside is Iden. He will go to the corner. 3 ball on the way, in and out, and rebounded by the Tornadoes. So West Muskingum coming back a little bit. It's Tavin Bennett flying up the floor, and what are we going to get? We're going to get a player control foul as Bennett will pick up his 3rd, and the 2:41 Maysville will have the ball back.
And that was Nichols taking the charge. He watched him do that all year last year. One of the most underrated defenders. His offense is so good that oftentimes his defense is overlooked, but he takes a lot of charges for this team.
He has the ball. Goes across the timeline with the right hand. Will swing far left corner, and a travel called on Landon Iden. So the break's starting to become West Muskingum's way a little bit.
It's a 19-point deficit, which is what it was at halftime.
Yeah.
So essentially the Tornadoes have played them even here so far in the second half, and really it was a 21-6 lead in favor of Maysville about 6 minutes into this game. So if West Muskingum could go back and replay the first 6 minutes, which obviously you can't do, but
it's not Groundhog Day. Kyle Porter, Tavin Bennett, right-handed dribble inside, picks it up on top. Long ball by Hill, back iron, and then swatted away by Kyle Porter, and Porter will be guilty of the foul. That's his 2nd. Maysville will have possession, up 19 with 2:14 to go here in the basketball game.
When there's a rebound to be had tonight, whether it's offensive or defensive, it seems like Maysville's always had an extra guy or two in the area. They're really committed to rebounding the basketball.
Back comes Ferguson, and he is hammered. It's either going to be Porter or Anton, one of the two. That's Kyle Porter. Kyle Porter. Gavin Ferguson with a couple of free throws coming for the Maysville Panthers. First one on the way is good. One more coming for Maysville. And the second one's also good by Ferguson. He has 6. Substitution, Cade Rock will take a seat for Cohen Llewellyn.
Noah Morrison and Cade Porter back on the floor for West. Howard, Coleman Lloyd, Connor Hill take a seat.
No substitutions for Tornadoes with 2 minutes. They have the basketball. Tavin Bennett drives left hand, spin dribble. Morrison will take the 3, back iron. Rebounded inside by Kyle Porter. He'll come inside and score the up and under. He has 9. 73-54. Jordan Watson. He's been quiet in the fourth quarter. Change that
until now.
Back come the Tornadoes. 75-54. Tavin Bennett goes off glass, short on the floor. Here comes Jordan Watson trying to take Anton. Misses the shot. Rebound loose on the floor. It's Cohen Llewellyn. Oh, Watson wide open 3.
Defender just left him. I think it was Coleman Lloyd who was on him and chose to go to the corner and defend a shooter who didn't even have the basketball. And you leave Watson that wide open, he's going to make that half the time. Probably more than half the time. He's a 45% three-point shooter, but you leave him uncontested, that percentage goes up exponentially.
Cade Pickrell and Owen Larimer entering the lineup for Maysville. They are up 78-54. Long shot on the way, in and out for Coleman Lloyd. Rebounded off to the Panthers, and then a foul called on Cade Porter. So I'm not sure that's the foul you want, 78-54.
That should put Maysville at the line, which it will. They're going to walk it down to this end, Howard. Going to have 2 free throws upcoming from, I believe, Gavin Ferguson.
Gavin Ferguson will shoot a pair for the Panthers. He is 3 of 4 from the line in this game. First one rolls out, rolls in.
Talked about the free throw shooting of Nichols, but collectively as a team, very, very proficient at the line, and that's how they won a lot of postseason games a year ago.
Yeah, they bury both of them, does Ferguson. Anton on top to Morrison. He'll go inside, a runner from 8, falls. Noah Morrison has 14. West Muskingum still doubling. Maysville gets it across the timeline. They are really being physically harassed on the Panthers with 25 seconds to go. And it's Gavin Ferguson. He will drive to the baseline, bring it back out. As Maysville just tries to bring everything back out. Instead, they'll take the layup, however. They miss it. Anton on the rebound, and he will swing ahead. Kyle Porter, long ball on the way for the 3. No good by Coleman Lloyd, and then out of bounds with 1 second to go here in the basketball game. And West Muskingum, let's see, that will end it. So the final score ends up 80-56 in favor of the Maysville Panthers as they led throughout. And Ted, you had mentioned it, they had gotten up big early and just stayed there.
They did, and West Muskingum tried to cut into that lead a few times there in the second quarter, but every time they got the lead down to between 10 and 12 points, the Panthers went on a 6 or an 8-0 run each and every time and extended the lead back out to 20. And they had a comfortable lead throughout. Almost an identical score from the first matchup, 80-56 here tonight, 86-63 the first meeting back on January the 10th. So 23-point win the first time, 24-point win the second time here for Maysville. Just the model of consistency this program is.
Oh, absolutely. By the way, we'll get into the numbers later. Let's take a look at some of the highlights. 3-ball for the Tornadoes is up. Noah Morrison had a run out, scored the layup. Back the other way come the Panthers. That's a pull-up, and then another Jordan Watson pull-up for 3. Back come the Tornadoes. Kyle Porter in the corner buries a 3. And then another Noah Morrison miss, but gets his own rebound and scores the putback for the basket. Back comes Maysville. 3 ball on the way for Cade Porter. That's good from 20. Noah Morrison will swing to the corner, and the 3 ball is good by Connor Hill. Inside looking good for the Tornadoes, and then back they come with Landon Iden. Another long shot by the Tornadoes, and then a rebound inside for Kyle Porter, and another run out for the Tornadoes. Cade Porter, a putback by Kyle Porter. Jordan Watson wide open 3 ball. That was good. Noah Morrison, little runner, 8 foot. Teardrops in. And that will take a look at our highlights for the basketball game. And, you know, Ted, a lot of good things can be said about this Maysville outfit.
Yeah, they're so efficient. They know exactly what they want to do offensively, and they always make the extra pass, find the open guy. And when you have a player, 2 players really, but one like Gator Nichols that you can just rely on. When you need points, just give him the ball, isolate, and then let him go to work. That's just such an advantage as a head coach to have that in your hip pocket. And then Jordan Watson to boot, you know, Gator Nichols draws so much attention defensively that he finds himself just walking wide open out on the 3-point line sometimes. And you leave Jordan Watson that wide open, you will pay for it. And another nice night tonight for Watson, but the story of tonight was Gator Nichols, how efficient he was from the floor, and 35 points in total for him.
Yeah, 80-56 the final. And let's take a look while we have a moment or so at the scoring. After 1 quarter, it was 21-10 in favor of Maysville. At the break, 40-21 Maysville. After 3 quarters, 59-41 in favor of the Panthers. And then the final, 80-56. So, you know, Ted, Maysville looked like 20 points or thereabouts every quarter.
Yep.
Yeah, what can you say about that?
Yeah,
that's great consistency.
That's what I said, you know, when West Muskingum got down early. I know we had a lot of game, we had 3 quarters to play, but when you're playing from such a large deficit behind this Maysville team, it's nearly impossible to come back, because not only do you have to score points, you have to stop them from scoring, which is the biggest task of all. They're so good offensively, so many weapons. And they shot lights out tonight, the Maysville Panthers
did. They really did. All right, let's go over the scoring. Maysville would have 2 in doubles. They were led by Gator Nichols. Nichols, 8 deuces, 3 trays, 10 of 11 from the line, 35 points for Gator Nichols. Cade Rock started. He had 2. Landon Iden, 3 doubles, 3 of 3 from the line, 9 points. Kane Warwick started. He had a basket for 2. Jordan Watson started. 3 twos, 4 threes, 1 of 1 from the line, 22. Off the bench, Gavin Ferguson had a tray, 5 of 6 from the line for 8. Cade Pickrell off the bench had a basket for 2. And Cohen Llewellyn also did not score, played late in the game. Cade Pickrell, Owen Larimer played, did not score. Of the free throw shooting for Maysville, Ted, 19 of 21. And one of those misses was Gator Nichols. I'll tell you what, no extra lunch for that guy this week. Hey, Gator, yeah, you missed a free throw, man. You know, you're not getting that extra lunch.
Yeah.
Sorry about your luck, pal. But no, hey, listen, he'll get a free lunch.
Yes.
For the West Muskingum Tornadoes, they had 2 in doubles. Noah Morrison, 4 twos, 1 3, 1 of 2 from the line for 12. Tavin Bennett had 3 twos, a basket, or a triple, and 2 of 2 from the line for 11. 9 points for Kyle Porter, 2 twos, a 3, 2 of 3 from the line for the 9. 5 points each for Cade Porter and Coleman Lloyd, both of them on a 2 and a 3. Jake Anton started, did not score. 4 points for Carter Smith, started, and he played sat most of the game, hurt. We wonder about that. And off the bench, Luther Johnson in the 3rd quarter had a basket. 6 of 11 for West Muskingum on the free throw line. So at this point, Ted, West Muskingum drops to 10 and 8 overall, 5 and 7 in the MVL. Maysville goes ahead 14 and 2 overall, and 11-2 in the MVL, and 6-1 away for the Panthers. So lots to look forward to for this Maysville outfit, and certainly some things to look forward to for West Muskingum.
Yeah, I believe we're going to get another look at this Maysville team next Tuesday, I believe, when they travel to New Lexington, which is another big small division matchup in the MVL. But yeah, very unfortunate for West Muskingum tonight. A couple of just disastrous circumstances presented themselves with the constant foul trouble that Jake Anton got into. Every time they put him back in the game, he seemed to immediately pick up another foul within a minute of re-entry, and that just threw off his entire rhythm of the game. And of course the Carter Smith injury. We don't know the extent of that or if that was even why he was sitting the majority of the second half, but one can only assume that's why. And he's their top rebounder, their presence around the basket. They really need him in there if they want to compete going forward.
All right, a couple of pieces of housekeeping before we say goodnight. Let's go over those great sponsors one more time. We want to remind you that South 60 Films is a proud streaming partner of West Muskingum. The game replays tonight were brought to you by the Ohio Educational Credit Union. City Tire and Buckeye Pro Tire are always ready to serve your needs. CA House Music reminds everyone to play music for life. Exclusive flooring store in Muskingum and surrounding counties is Levy's. Kokonis Furniture and Mattresses First, where they are always making it easier to furnish your home. Foxfire Schools is a free alternative education for students in grades K-12. Check them out on the website. Finks Harley Davidson, live to ride, ride to live. Finks Quality Motorcycles, Cars, and RVs. Quick as a wink, deal with Finks and their easy leasing and rental programs. Finally, the Community Bank. And now's the perfect time to join the Go Local movement by banking locally with the Community Bank. And so, last bit of housekeeping, Ted. Saturday night, that's February 1st, the whole gang will be at Coshocton. So do join us for Saturday night MVL action where it's New Lexington and makeup, and we get to see Colton Conkle.
Yeah.
What a treat.
Yeah, this is a game we were supposed to do about a month ago. It's been rescheduled 2 times, potentially 3 times, and we're finally going to get to do this game tomorrow. New Lexington at Coshocton. I'm really looking forward to that one. A couple of the area's best players, Conkle, you just mentioned, Isaiah Stevens, Bentley Hansen for New Lex. Should be plenty of points scored and plenty of firepower on the floor tomorrow night at the Wigwam.
All right, so that's going to do it from here. Our thanks to Matt Mahalko, Marcus McPeak, my guy Ted Snyder. I'm Howard Twiggs, super fan Grady Knavel somewhere in the gym. And we sure appreciate everybody watching, joining us. And again, after this replay, stick around for the Saturday night action and watch it afterwards, as well as it's New Lexington at Coshocton. Thanks for listening, everybody. We certainly appreciate it. Have a great night.